Today on the couch, we're having an important conversation about undiagnosed health issues across the U.S. I got to ask Nadia questions about this topic, and Nadia, who works in the healthcare field, knows firsthand about this issue and gives us great insight to live by. So grab your cup of coffee, your journal, and settle in, and let's dive into today's episode on the couch with Joy and Friends.
Hey, Steve! Now, y'all done made this up.
No, we did.
So, say it. Tell the folks, what's up, Steve? Hey, welcome back to the couch. Ouch. Beat this.
Goddamn.
What's up? Welcome back to the couch, y'all. How's everybody doing? We hope that y'all are doing fine. You all right?
I'm good.
Okay, y'all. So we're going to have a little girl talk today, and it's going to be a very sensitive subject, okay? But before we start, I want y'all to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, because we're almost at 9,000 subscribers. And we're really trying to get to 10 by the end of the day. So I need y'all to spread the love. I need y'all to go send this to your cousins, your aunties. Everybody in the family need to see the show. So go to the YouTube page, subscribe, and share the page so you guys can catch up on a year's worth of content, okay? A whole year of love dropping every Tuesday and Thursday. And this episode is going to be like the rest of them, very informative. But we have Nadia today, and she's going to be sharing and shedding light on a very sensitive subject. Now, we understand that when it comes to health, there's no one size fits all, because I know y'all gonna get in the comments and try it. So we know that this subject that we're gonna talk about today is sensitive, okay? But we have to address it, and we're gonna be talking about children having undiagnosed health issues, and not just children, but adults as well, because those children grow up to be grown folks, and I know that this is gonna be a delicate situation or conversation. So let's just dive on in. Okay. So Nadia, give us a little bit. Why did you want to, talk about this topic?
Praise God. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. It's good to have you on the couch. Tell the people what you do, because you're in the health field.
Well, if y'all must know, I am a healthcare professional.
Mm-hmm.
I have an undergraduate degree in healthcare administration, and I have a master's degree in healthcare management. So yeah, I'm employed in the capacity of healthcare. But excuse me. I think that being involved in that community every day and talking to people every day, interacting with people every day, it kind of gave me a little bit more, I ain't gonna say a little bit, a lot more awareness to what is actually happening with people and how fast it's happening with people. So that prompted me to take my health more seriously, take my daughter's health more seriously, and kind of encourage the people around me to do the same. So yeah.
Because she like 10 pounds down.
I'm actually 16 pounds.
Oh my God. Because when she walked in the door, I said, friend, now I watch her online, of course, work out every day. But she really dropping the poundies. You look good. Tell the folk how long. So what made you just start back up working out?
Well, that was my thing. Like, that was my therapy for a long time. So I did it for years. It's not for a man, because I'm so sick of y'all in my DMs talking about, who you getting fined for? Nobody. It was a thing that I just enjoyed from a child, teenager, young woman, to then when I had a kid, it kind of slowed down. My access to the gym got limited, so that was a little bit of a damper on my motivation. And so I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I was pre-diabetic.
Wow.
And it was only because of what I was drinking. Not because of what I was eating, not because of nothing else but what I was drinking. I was drinking sweet tea every day, all day.
Oh, wow. So I love sweet tea. So you were drinking it every day, and they said that was the reason, just juice and just high sugar counts?
I just knew that's what it was. I knew. She didn't even have to tell me. I knew what it was because it was with my breakfast, it was with lunch, it was with dinner, and it was with anything in between. And I wasn't my water intake was little to none. Excuse me. Since then, um, it's been about 3 months, little less than 3 months, like 2.5 months. I've only drinking water and teas. I haven't drank anything else. I drink like my green drinks every morning.
Them nasty ones.
No, they're actually really not nasty.
What they take? What you put in them?
It's just a bunch of greens, all the greens you could think of, probiotics in it. Probably every green that you
That's
could
dope.
possibly consume. I ingest it every day.
That's dope.
With turmeric and ginger every day. So I drink that green drink and then I drink a protein shake after that, or I mix it all together, so I ain't gotta keep going back and forth. But yeah, so that was really the motivating factor. And then when I moved, the gym is 4 minutes from the house, so I really don't have an excuse.
Right.
So now my routine is take JC to school, go to the gym, and that's just becoming.
Well, it's been working. You look good. You look real good. And I was like, look at that. So, okay, undiagnosed health issues. If you wouldn't have went to the doctor, would that be considered an undiagnosed health issue? And that would be based off of just us not
knowing. I wouldn't have. There's no indicator that you're pre-diabetic, especially for somebody who is completely ignorant to health issues.
And you look good.
And you seemingly
look good.
But then you have headaches, or then you are always tired, or you always sleepy. You get real fatigued, or like your bones are brittle, or your muscles are tightening up on you and catching Charlie horses left and right, and you don't know why, because your muscles are freaking starved of water.
Jesus.
So it's kind of like your bones and muscles are drying inside. So ain't nothing happening,
Yeah.
It was definitely a game changer for me. It was motivating though. Although I had already made up in my mind before I had went to the doctor. I'm one of them people, I'm gonna go to the doctor about everything for everything. It's very important, I would say, to us Black women, for sure. Black men also, because y'all don't like to go to the doctor. Y'all feel like if she good, you good. No.
She ain't got none, I'm straight.
She ain't got diabetes, neither do I.
No. We eat the same thing.
We eat the same thing all the time. She ain't got no STD, I don't either.
Right.
You done slept with 17 girls before her. You keep giving this girl a yeast infection. And stop. Y'all got to get checked.
Yeah.
Get it checked. Get it checked. Or you gonna keep talking about her while she smelling how she smelling, and you making her smell how she
worse. Yes. That's crazy.
So yeah, definitely that. Get annual physicals, checkups. Anything bother you, go to the doctor. And you don't necessarily have. And I think what scares a lot of people is people think that when you go to the doctor, they're gonna give me some medicine. Well, they can just tell you what's wrong, and you can really research and treat it holistically, or treat it how you think you could treat it. It's so many remedies to treat, so many different simple remedies, non-costly remedies.
Wow.
To treat different health issues. People just get scared. Well, I ain't going to no doctor. I ain't letting no white man tell me what's wrong with me. I ain't letting no white man.
When the doctor be real black.
The doctor black.
A real black woman.
And a lot of people don't like Western medicine. Yeah. They don't like it. But at least go and so you can have a one-up on what's going on with you, and treat it as that. Treat it as such.
That's crazy. Okay. So adults, let's talk about these children. So I've been reading about children's health lately, and it's got me thinking about what you were saying about undiagnosed health issues. So have you come across any cases where children have had undiagnosed or unexplained symptoms and conditions?
Yeah, factually or statistically, because they change every day. Children from the ages of 5 to 10 are more undiagnosed for mental health issues than adults are. undiagnosed for health issues than adults are. And it's because, when kids are little, you just like, oh, he wants some candy, give it to him. Or he want this, give it to him. He ain't gonna do nothing. He want a popsicle, give him all the sweets he want to have. And now you got rotten teeth. And people, that's another thing. People also don't know, when children are little, they're small, like from infancy to they're like 10, their teeth are so very sensitive. Their teeth are not like ours. They can suck up, just baby, you ever seen rainbow mouth? Just from sucking a pacifier.
Yeah.
And they don't have to suck it for a long time.
No.
Or some people let their babies just sit in the crib and
With
just
their bottle.
and it decays their teeth, and then you see their teeth are like flat because they sit there and let them have this bottle in there. It's called bottle mouth. Hold it in their mouth just for like a pacifier's sake. And then they have thrash on their tongue because the bottle done been sitting in their mouth for forever. And it's just, we're gonna pull up to McDonald's. And get this, so it's quick. I think because we live in a microwave society and we be wanting these kids to get off our nerves a lot of times, that we just give them the stuff that they want, not knowing that this is hurting
Killing them.
Yeah, hurting them really bad. And when they outside and they tired or they overweight, a lot of kids are overweight, and it's medically overweight. You can look at them and be like, oh, he fine, don't look like nothing wrong. But they're medically overweight because they don't eat right. And a lot of juices, I know so many kids that drink sodas, like Cokes, even tea. JC, she liked to drink tea. I got her off of that. Like, no, because she had went on the sweet tea frenzy with me.
Ooh.
And I'm like, no, you can't drink that. Now her first choice is water. But she will drink juices, of course. Being a child, she gonna drink it. And especially when she away from me, she definitely gonna try it. But it's definitely a thing that kids they go undiagnosed for so long just because they think that, oh, you're a child, ain't nothing wrong with you. When in all actuality, it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot wrong. It's a lot wrong mentally. It's a lot wrong physically. But just, I would say, personally, especially in the field that I'm working in, I've seen what people take their kids to the doctor, and one doctor says, "Oh, there's nothing wrong. He's just hyper. Give him some melatonin and it'll calm him down at night." Or a kid will be diagnosed with ADHD, and when there's nothing wrong with them, he just is so far beyond all these other kids that this simple stuff you're trying to teach him, he's bored with. So now he acting a fool because he needs something to do with his time. And instead of diagnosing him as ADHD, give him some more work. Talk to him, make him read, do something like that. But yeah, I've seen
They give him Adderall.
Yeah, they give him Adderall. They give him all type of stuff. Put him in behavioral health classes when there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. But I would say firsthand, I've seen people, like I said, take their kids to the doctor, and they go from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, and nobody can't tell them what's wrong with their kid.
That's crazy.
And a lot of people, I think, and this is just opinion, this is not factual, I think if you simply become a student of your child, you can tell what's wrong with your kid. You almost, as a parent, you almost have the instinctual, I don't want to say knowledge, but an instinctual know-how to treat your kid once you become a student of them, once you become intentional about, let me figure this out myself, and then you can go to the doctor and ask these questions versus going to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 doctors for all of them to say, I don't know what's wrong with them. You can go and you can explain. Just prime example, yesterday when JC had a telehealth visit, the doctor was like, I can't see her physically to say, if her throat is red or if she have white patches on her, if is it strep in it. I said, listen, she don't have none of that. She don't have strep. She has none of that. I'm pretty familiar with what's going on with her. It's sinus related. only.
Mm-hmm.
It's genetic. Mama gave it to us. So what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But to be intentional about knowing, so you don't got to keep taking your kid back to the doctor for the same thing on top of that.
Gotcha.
Simple stuff, elderberries, some, what is it called?
Sambuca.
Sabucas, one of them, some of the S. She take that every day. She take elderberry every day, vitamin C, vitamin D every day, and a multivitamin.
Lord.
Every single day.
Okay.
And I do the same. And this is how I know that what I'm doing has me on the right track, because I was sick last week. I felt like I was about to catch the flu. Then I felt like it was a COVID type thing. But I only got congested in my head. And then my body started to feel bad, like completely weak. Like I was in the gym struggling to lift 5 pounds.
Oh, wow.
But I still went because I wanted to be active. But I was in there struggling to lift 5 pounds, nose running, sneezing. And so I kept just taking my everyday regimen, and it was over the next day.
Yeah.
Versus, had I not been doing what I have been doing,
You would have been down for
I would have been down for a good month probably. And then the same with her. Yesterday, she going through it. Today, she on 25,000. You know, so
Yeah, she is.
it's just a matter of just being intentional about your health, especially these kids, because they don't know. And a lot of times, my mom, they don't know, you know?
I want to talk about that a little bit too, because I know when it comes to family or generational things, my parents, for a fact, we ate good all the time. And good means all the things that they telling us not to eat today. And I know in my family, if they're even watching, they know we all had Coca-Cola with breakfast. It was not orange juice, it was a Coke. Even when we all would go out of town, and y'all know this to be true, once the person bring them drinks, I'm like, everybody got a Coke? I'm like, I thought this was just my thing. And then I realized this ain't just my thing. Y'all raised me this way. And it was so bad that as I got an adult, my time of the month, ladies, y'all already know what's up, I would have me like a good 6-pack in one day of Coke. Till I started feeling bad. If I did not have a Coke, I felt like I would get headaches, withdrawals, I would get little shakes. And then I'm just like, it's not the Coke. It can't be the soda. It's just a soda. I went to the doggone hospital because some things started happening in my body that were very uncomfortable, very unfavorable. And the lady came in there and she showed me a cup. And she said, it should not look like this. This looks like Coca-Cola. And she's like, I don't normally show people their stuff. What you been drinking? And I was like, that's what I look like? And I wouldn't have known if I didn't have no abdominal pain. My back was killing me. I couldn't hardly walk. But that was the day I gave up Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, y'all know I'm from Atlanta.
Please.
So that's the day I gave it up. And I was like, my parents didn't say, hey, of course they always say, you need to stop drinking them Cokes. They'll say that, you better stop drinking them sodas.
But not say why.
And I'm like, man, everybody drink Coke.
Right.
So I think it's like this thing where even when we get kids, because I know for a fact, my son, I will give him a Sprite. Because I be feeling like we need to burp.
The Sprite ain't as bad as the Coke.
That's what I'm saying. It's
but
not
it really
as bad.
is. It is exactly the same. Now, granted, the Coke is far more acidic.
Let
but
me tell you, in that color,
right,
it's tar.
It
literally.
Is.
Literally
like
tar.
They use it on crime scenes to clear blood. They use it on batteries to remove battery acid. Like that's how dangerous. So imagine that's going in your gut. Imagine it going in a little kid's gut.
Oh, they used to put it. Listen, when we had gas growing up, oh my people put a little Coke, a little water in a bottle, drink it.
Yeah,
we would burp it all up. Listen though, that's that black for you.
Right. Put a little ginger ale.
Give us some ginger ale.
Get us some ginger ale. You sick, your gut hurt, you got a headache, fever, strep.
Peppermints, all the stuff, all the sugar that we needed to help kill a sickness is crazy. But I think a lot of us have undiagnosed issues because, number one, just generational knowledge, not knowing that this can kill you. And two, money. I know a lot of y'all heard this before. You go out there and break your arm, you're going to heal at home. Bust your nose if you want to. Ain't nobody going to the hospital tonight.
I'm not trying to be sitting in
Ain't
no
nobody
emergency
doing
room. That's crazy. That's crazy. And
Girl.
it's true. It's true. And the reason though behind it is so sad. It's sad because they really ain't telling you that to be funny.
Right.
They tell you that they ain't got no money to
pay
sit
that
up in
bill.
it. I don't have this to pay that. You will
Heal
get
at
your
home.
arm wrapped up with an ace bandage and good luck or however it come
See?
out. But that is sad. That's sad because you would think living in America, everybody should
Yep.
be able to go to the doctor whenever they want to, whenever there's something wrong, and we really can't. So many people. I just had a conversation with two of my friends. One asked me, "How much do you pay for health insurance every month?" And I was like, I don't pay for it. And she was like, I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You'll have them type of problems. And I'm like, yeah, I don't pay for it. Thank God, because my job, because I work for them, is free. I pay $7 a month for my baby. But she pays a crazy amount. I can't remember what she told me, but then I was talking to another one of my friends. She said they take $235 out of every check.
For healthcare?
For healthcare.
That's a lot.
$235.
What if you only make $500?
What if you only make $500? Even if you make a decent salary.
Don't take my $238.
That's a lot of money to
Right.
be taken out of somebody. And I think a lot of people struggle. And I'm just gonna say I struggle with accepting the fact that I gotta pay $235 a month for health care when I only go to the doctor one time a year. You know. And a lot of, believe it or not, complain. Reach out to me complaining because they're like, I don't even go to the doctor. Why is my premium $2,500 a year? It's just like car insurance. Even if you use it or not, you still gotta pay it. It's
true.
crazy. It's ridiculous.
Even if their car's sitting there.
Even if your car is sitting and you don't, even if you work from home,
You can't. You got to pay that thing.
You got to pay these people, and it's crazy. But people will leave their kids untreated or undiagnosed, or themselves undiagnosed, because they simply just don't have the money to pay for it. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. It's like a freaking living in a third world country where they don't have access to nothing. And we got it right here.
Clearly, because we go to other countries and give them all the health care that they need. They give them good water for free. And listen, do you know anybody who's experienced this? Like having
not been able to get health care?
And just gone undiagnosed.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Some things have happened. Like,
absolutely. Where you've gone undiagnosed and you walking down the street doing crazy stuff, exposing yourself to people, grabbing up people, beating up people, and it's because you never went to the doctor.
I had a friend, Jennifer, speaking of which, Jennifer, and I hope her people are okay with me telling this story. And it'll be light because I ain't going to go into detail. But we were in high school, and I had known Jennifer. We've known Jennifer all our lives. Everybody who may be watching from Southwest DeKalb High School, gang, gang. But Jennifer, I had known her since kindergarten all the way to our 12th grade year, 2004. We was finna graduate. And all of a sudden, she just got sick in the gym one day. And we go to the coach office, and I'm just looking like, Jennifer, you okay? She was like, yeah, I just got to use the bathroom. Just got to use the bathroom. And we just like, okay. Next day, she was like, I got to use the bathroom again. Like, my stomach just, it's not doing right. So her people ended up taking her to the doctor. They came back. They said, it was something, I just got to change my diet. So she started eating different, the wheat bread. And we was joking and laughing because we was kids. But then I promise you, a few months later, and I mean, passed away because she had stomach cancer. And I'm just like, and they were like, if we could have, known that. And in my mind as a kid, I'm just like, well, why y'all didn't tell us? Like, how y'all not gonna tell her she's, going through? And I felt so bad because as a child, you're really not thinking about the logistics and all the things. But it was like that moment that let me know, okay, we could. And she was a basketball player, great, like athlete, all the things. And it dawned on me then, like, dang, we really gotta start being proactive in, nah, can you check me real quick? Even though I feel great, just give me. And Kim Kardashian actually just, let me not do the quote unquote. Kim Kardashian just showed us a little scan thing that she went into where it scans your whole body and it lets you know
There's a
things
machine, yeah, you can stand and it'll read your whole body, give you everything that's wrong with you.
How
And
much that costs?
it's thousands of dollars to have that machine. But I don't know how much it costs to get the scan
service,
done.
yeah.
But yeah, it does a whole body scan from head to toe, and
And I feel like
you,
that'll save some lives.
it will save some lives. But
Money,
how accessible is it to an everyday person?
true.
You know what I mean? We'll research that to see how accessible it is to people. Even I when I'm on Facebook, I be looking at some of the people that I went to school with, or having conversations with some of the people I went to school with, and they be so outlandish, so off topic, so left field. It breaks my heart. I'm like, what are you talking about? I cannot follow you. I have some friends that I was so close with. They'll comment on my page, and I'd be like, I have to call somebody. You saw what he just said? Like, what he talking about? It don't have nothing to do with nothing. But I've seen so many people in my class, classes above me, that are literally out of their mind. I have a really close friend too right now. This man writes me all the time. And it be so crazy. Like, I should
undiagnosed mental health issues.
I love you at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Sir,
get some help.
You finna start something. You finna start a conflict because you writing and you calling me from social media, bro. I ain't even seen you. What are you talking about? I should have been, I'm gonna give you the baby you've been looking. What?
My
but
God.
It ain't even a laughing matter. It just be mind blowing. And it's sad because you've never been to the doctor to see why you're like this.
Yeah.
And nobody around you,
because half of they people
are just like this.
Yeah.
Or they be like, and it's our thing, especially in our community. Girl, that's Tom. He just crazy.
He been like that.
He just been crazy. What? No, this man out here doing God knows what. That is not normal.
Yeah.
You do realize, and if you have common sense, some things just ain't normal.
Right.
It's not. Your kid crawling under the table and going back and forth at freaking 12 years old, that's not normal. That's not normal. Your kid should be able to sit down and know, hey, we in the bank. Sit down and be quiet. Right. Not be jumping off the counter. Just, it's not normal.
And knocking over the pens.
Just
like
all that. Let me get that. Just running this crazy. It's not normal. And people they be quick to whoop their kids for stuff like that, when no, it is not. It ain't really a matter of whooping them. It's a matter of knowing what the heck is going on with this baby.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Or even knowing what's going on with your person. Like, your person come home, your person just tore the whole house up. And one thing, because you do know that it is only a couple seconds between sane and insane.
Yeah.
One thing can alter your whole brain system. One event.
Yep.
You will no longer be the same.
That's true.
And people don't understand that. Like, that's why I would say it's important to talk about stuff. It's important to talk with intentionality. Talk with the intention of, I'm trying to learn you, not I'm trying to pick on you, or I'm trying to attack you or tell you what's wrong with you. I want to understand what is wrong with you so that I can handle you or do the things necessary that I need to do as a partner or as a person to help you, or at least lead you in the right direction for you to get the stuff that you need. But, hey, and us, we don't do it.
No.
And then we have prideful black men, and it's no shade to black men personally, but a lot of black men don't want to go to the doctor. I ain't finna let that man stick none up my butt, man. That's gay.
I mean, but
no,
I can
no shade to the
I could feel that a little bit. I would be a little apprehensive as well. Because how far it don't matter. But
It really is not that.
but it's beneficial and it saves lives for y'all to get y'all stuff checked. And women too. Annual pap smears. We gotta start back doing that as well. And two, I want to go back to this undiagnosed thing about the men, especially the ones that text you at 4 in the morning and you have no clue who this man is. Most of those men end up in jail. And I believe half of the men in jail are undiagnosed. And they get a really bad rep because nobody helped them with their stuff while they were out. I know a ton of them where they're geniuses. It's just the odds, the cards that were dealt. Nobody said, you know what, let me get little Twana.
You remember you said this on one episode. I forgot what you said verbatim. Something untreated becomes something else.
I don't know. We got to go back to that.
But that's the gist of it. If you don't treat it at this level, you definitely don't know what to do with it. Like
sure.
what you do with it? What you do?
Lock it up.
Because that's
Put
all
it
you
away,
can
yeah.
do. So you don't hurt nobody. It's the same thing with that boy in New York where he got killed on the train by somebody, put him in a chokehold, killed him because he had behavioral health issues or mental health issues that were left untreated. I think they had been diagnosed from what I read. He had been diagnosed, but in that moment they were untreated. So he wasn't his
Normal
treated self or medicated self or whatever. So, but like, really? How many more times is that gonna have to happen for somebody to be like, look, take Tom to go talk to somebody or sit down and have a instead of just being like, oh, he looking, or picking up this. Y'all love to pick up the phone and record somebody when they standing on the corner standing on the corner they like, why? Go have somebody go get this person.
Yeah.
We can go on.
Okay.
On and on for days.
Okay. Recently, I learned about the challenges some children face when their health issues go undiagnosed. Has this topic ever come up in conversation or experiences for you? I'm sure they have because you work at. Can we say your job name? They like you over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaiser Permanente.
I don't have no issues.
So it's just.
I had this conversation this morning. That's so it's funny that it's leading into this. I was talking to one of my friends. Her son was terrible as a little boy. Off the chain. Will knock your head off your shoulders. Adult, kid, or in between. And didn't care. Now, she's constantly getting phone calls. He is so wonderful. He is the most pleasant child. He is the best student in the class. I love him. He's gonna go places. He's gonna go. I mean, all the time. All his teachers are always praising him. And she was like, man, because it was rough. Like, he just would not stop fighting. I said, the fight is still in him. He just knows how to control it
now.
and he know when to fight, when fight is necessary, and when flight is necessary. But the most mannerable, the most bright, sweet, considerate kid you could think of, because he has a spirit of a 45-year-old man, but just was off the chain. Like, every day was getting phone calls, going to the school. She like, man, he done showed out. I'm like, you gotta stay in his face though. Like, stay in his face. Don't stop talking to him. Don't show him the other way.
Yeah.
And then a lot of kids do that too when they're so bright. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to control it. They don't know how to do anything.
I call it a big emotion.
Because that's what it is.
You have to tell Polly, like, that big emotion you feel, baby, it's a superpower. But we got to learn to control that mud. We got to learn how to, like, say, pipe down. It's not the time for that. And you have to be in control of that. Even at 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, we have to start teaching our kids because they're a little different than we were.
They are different.
It's like they came here with a kit like they already know what's up for some reason. And I do that with my son sometimes. I'll be like, boy, you don't know, but then I be when I go in the room, I'll be like, dang, he was right. And then I have to go back to him and be like, you know what you said was right. You just 10. I need you to
Right.
I
But you
need you
really,
to
and it's crazy because it could go another way if you keep piping down
Yep.
that big emotion.
Yep.
So it's like you have to find
An even
a
balance.
even balance, a happy medium between this big emotion and you still a child. So you need to really stay in a child's place with this big emotion.
And then they'll go, kids these days, but what's a child's place if I'm
I'm gonna tell you something
boy?
funny. JC told my mama they was playing cards. And so my mom was a trash talker when it comes to playing games, and so it's JC. So she got it honest. But JC told my mama she was gonna slap the black off of her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap the black off. I'm gonna slap the black off you. So my mama was like, JC texted me. JC just told me she was gonna slap the black off. But in her child mind, she just trash talking. She don't really know that you can't say that to your grandma.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I explained to her, I said, Pooh, you can't say that. One, that's an adult. You can't say that. Two, you just can't say that. You can't say I'm gonna slap the black off of you. Because if somebody said it to you, it would be an offensive terminology. You can't say that.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh. Like she really didn't know what she was saying was
She
wrong.
she was locked in.
I'm on Uno. I'm finna slap the black off of you.
Because I heard her talk about you need to take some classes.
And this is what I'm saying. But they was just doing healthy trash talk
Right.
till she got to slap the black off of her. And it's just like, no, you can't say that. You cannot say it. But I think, especially people like you and I, and a lot of my friends have really bright kids. They are so, and they really mature.
Very mature.
So it's like, you're 8, but you really 18. Your soul is really 65 up there with your grandma. And so you have to become a parent to all of these parts of them.
Girl,
you gotta become a parent to the baby part of them, because realistically they're closer to being a baby than they are to being an adult.
It come out every now and it come out all the time.
So now I gotta be this. I have to nurture you because you're really still a baby.
Yeah.
But then I gotta talk to you like you're a real. You know what I'm talking about?
Because you coming at me.
Gotta beat it.
Right.
You know, you got to do that, and then I still have to talk to the intellectual part of you that is about 27 years old, and it's like every day. It's even as a parent, it's a struggle. Like, bro, I gotta talk to so many different people in this one little person. You're little.
Tiny.
But your brain and your soul is so big. So how do you do that? You know, it's a lot.
It's a challenge
It
for sure.
is.
But I know it's important for parents to, and parents, adults, even if you're not a parent but you're a bonus mom, whatever, for us to start looking at our kids and making sure that and even when it comes to diagnosis, a lot of times parents don't ever see it in their child. They can see it. They can see it in another one. But their child, they cannot. But I definitely made it a thing with mine to be looking at all times. And I am so open, and I get in trouble about how open I am with him. But I'm so open that we have really big conversations. I've gone down the track list of diseases that both sides of the people have. I'm so open because I want him to live long. I want him to be in a great mental space, and I want him to be able to communicate on another level. And his mental health and his physical health are very, very at the top of our list when we talk. So I think as parents, we should start doing that. So what's some ways we can help some parents out and children become more aware of their health and mental health and all the things? Any resources they can reach out to?
One, knowing what a mental health issue is. I think a lot of people think that a mental health issue is just somebody acting erratically. It's not that.
Manic.
It's not that. If your kid is always locked up in a room all day long, quiet, don't want to interact with people, don't want to say nothing, don't want to talk to nobody, there's likely a mental health issue going on. If your kid bouncing off the wall, flipping down the stairs every day, all day, there's likely a mental health issue. For myself, I know I have OCD. I know it. I know it. And a lot of people take it, even that, they take it lightly. Man, sit your OCD behind down, but
Stop cleaning up. I can't.
I can't. I cannot go to sleep. Like, I've gotten in full on arguments about cleaning my house. But for me, it keeps me in control. That's the one thing that I'm in control of all the time. So I do it. But in another person, like, it ain't even dirty in here.
Okay.
But I see this on the table. Let me get it up. You know what I mean? And I really had to learn as an adult after I had JC to pipe that down, because before she was born, honey, everything in the cabinets were faced. It's still like that now, but it's not as bad. Front face, my closet was, my hangers were finger
remember.
space, shoes, all
We
that.
remember.
And it's still like that, but it's not as neat as it used to be. But I would see myself getting stressed out when she did stuff like leave toys all on the floor. And I used to be like, my kid is not going to have a quality life if I keep on stressing her out when she just want to play with these toys.
Right.
So I have to let me minimize the OCD. JC, keep your toys in your space. I don't mind. Tear your room up. But don't tear your room up all the way down the hallway to my room.
don't.
Don't do that.
Please don't.
Because now I'm going crazy. And now I want to be like that. But that PTSD, people think that just, he just got PTSD.
Do them firecrackers. He all right.
And you
No.
do not realize this man is going to, you going to be on the verge of death before he is, because you just did something to trigger whatever that was that happened to them. And PTSD is not just with noises and sounds. It is with scenarios. It is with emotions. It is with something where they could see you did it, and it triggers whatever in them. But lack of sleep, sleep apnea, just being up all night, like, people just don't really think like, dang, this really anxiety.
Listen,
This
mine
is
was
really
this.
this is, oh my God.
I'm glad I sought help. But I wouldn't have known if I didn't pass out every two days. I ain't gonna lie. But I lived with that feeling all my life, so I just thought it was normal to have my heart racing because I'm getting on stage. I thought it was normal to have a fast heartbeat because I ran track. I thought it was normal to have a fast heartbeat doing stuff. But once all that stopped, that heartbeat stayed. And I was just like, every time I get a little excited, I would just boom, hit the flow, boom, hit the flow. And that's not normal. And so once I sought help for the first time, I promise you, everything in my life changed. So y'all seek help. And even they said, oh, you have an abnormal heart rate. Every test, abnormal heart rate. And I was like, so how can I get my shit together? And all of them were like, walk, exercise, and start breathing. Because it's nothing, there are no abnormal vital signs, but your heart rate, your beat is, every time you come in here, that thing a little off. And I was like, dang. So once I got pregnant, what they do?
Yeah, when you fell out at the nail shop.
I fell out. Yeah. They start saying Polly had an abnormal heart. And I was just like, this stops here. Right. Devil, this stops here. Normal heart rate. And what happened after that? Normal heart rate, everything started getting together. But I wouldn't have known. I would have thought that okay, George's breathe was just me. Nah. Get yourself checked out. Go see what's up. If your leg, like Nadia said, if your leg always hurting and it always swell up, go seek help.
And it's important too, like with these, I ain't gonna call them minor because they could be so much bigger, but like anxiety or things like that. It's important to partner yourself with people that don't feed into them. Like, you have anxiety. You can't be with somebody that got anxiety too, or
Ooh.
that does everything to make you anxious. You can't do that.
Listen,
I met a couple actually at a farmer's market, and the girl walked past me.
and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, my anxiety's flaring up." She says it out loud. So instantly I go, "Hey, come here real quick." And of course, her anxiety is really high because she can't even look me in my eyes.
Right.
And her boyfriend comes over and he has it worse than her. And I was just like, I said, this is so sweet, but
So toxic.
so toxic because who's gonna pick who up?
Uh-huh.
Who's gonna say, I got you, I got you? It was two people kind of trying to figure it out together when both of them have the same and
thing.
it's just not gonna work. And I was just like, I can imagine them at home. I'm scared, me too.
Right.
I'm nervous, me too. Like, who is pulling us out?
Nothing
Like,
nobody can
you
do.
know.
You just gotta go to sleep and just hope that both of y'all wake up different in the morning. Like that, it's bad.
And I had to pray, like, in a partner that someone would, make sure that when I'm breathing off, when I'm a little quiet, when I start leaning over and I go to sleep, she might be having a seizure because it was really bad. And if a person doesn't know your health issues, mental health problems, whatever, it's hard because they'll be like, man, that girl always got something going
She
on.
always got something going on.
Or even the day that I passed out, I looked at my sister in the car and I was like, hey, can you go in there for me? Because I was like, for some reason, I don't really feel good. Man, you hungry? Go in there. I ain't going in there. It's that. And so I get in that line and guess what they did? Come knock on her window. Your sister's on the floor in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because something in me could, hey, your daughter's on the floor in there. And I got tired of hearing that. I got tired of waking up seeing strangers. I got tired. I was like, did I just pass out in Walmart? Did I just pass out at CVS? And then I just stopped going places. So it started there. But I know I'm not alone. So y'all, go get checked. This stuff not normal. You should be able to go to the store and breathe. You should be able to go to different places and breathe. And find people and be open. And guess what? I did not. Let me finish my sentence. Be open to help. Be open to telling people that love you what's going on with you so they know when you go out, hey, just I have safe words with my best friends. If I say pineapples, I'm going down. So they automatically know when I say pineapples, I'm going down. So have your things set up. And two, I did not take any prescription drugs for what I was dealing with. I did not take any prescription drugs. I drink dandelion root, roasted dandelion. I drink all types of herbs, tinctures, and things of that nature, and I meditate. So
You do not have to be on any type of drugs, y'all.
and I know that's a sensitive subject and it's very delicate for most people, but just look into all your options. Kaiser Permanente, I know they got a lot of prescriptions over there, but I'm trying to tell y'all.
I tell you, no lie, I have like 4 prescriptions in my cart, like my pharmacy cart, that when I went to the doctor, they was like, oh, we're going to give you this, and we're going to give you this, and they're sitting right there.
Yeah,
One of them is hydrocodone.
I never.
It is sitting right there.
I'm telling you, that Percocet after I had Polly, that Percocet took me to the heavens. I said, this what God feel like. That Percocet was so good. I see why people go and try to find Percocet. I was happy. I had just pushed a human out, and I didn't feel a thing. And I pressed that button quick. Nurse, yes, Miss Perryman, can I get 2 of those? She was like, we cannot because it's illegal for us to give it to you if you ask. I said, dang. I said, you know what?
They can get sued for it because. But here's on the flip side. A lot of doctors will keep prescribing it because every time they write that prescription, their pockets get fatter.
Girl.
And every time you go turn it in at CVS and Walgreens, their pockets get fatter. And opioids are the #1 killer right now. And not health issues, not diabetes, not any of these. It's opioids.
For sure. We watched a documentary the other day, and I was just like, they said my son went in for back pain, and he died a few years later of opioid addiction.
Because they want to keep
sad.
feeling that high that it feels to have no pain.
Oof, and
To
it feels so good. I ain't gonna.
Trust me,
God.
I done had one, and when I took that one, how you was feeling is like, trust me, I know I was ready to float straight up out. I could have levitated up out
Oh
of the
yeah,
house through the
it
roof
was
and
great.
everything.
It was
But
absolutely
it's
great.
no.
But I promise you, after that, after I came down from the high, after she said you can only have Motrins, I literally looked at my baby, looked at my mom, and I was like, I said, Mom, that drug was so intense. And we had a whole conversation in that moment. And this was before I knew what an opioid was. But I remember saying to her, that could be addictive. And she said, because my mom worked in the hospital, nursing field, all that stuff. And she was just like, so yeah, you shouldn't probably take those. Like, no prescription drugs ever in your life.
So just imagine somebody with an addictive personality already.
Oh yeah, it's done. It's done.
You gone.
And they know so well. They'll say, oh yeah, my pain is an 11 today. My pain's an 11, just to get it, and I'll just be feeling bad. So y'all, because we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all make sure you guys are getting the help you need, looking at your children in a deeper sense, and really doing the research on how we can live longer in a healthy way, mentally and physically. Okay? And I know this was a delicate subject. It's very sensitive for a lot of people, and we're well aware of that. And we are only talking about and bringing awareness to this from our perspective, our lives, and our experiences. This is not for everyone connected to us and all around the world, but just our experiences with prescriptions, holistic way of living, health issues, all the things. So we're here because we want to learn more. So if you have information that you want to share with us on this issue of undiagnosed health issues, let us know. And if you want to come to the couch and talk about it, if you're a healthcare professional, also doctors, nurses, all the things, come talk to us. We're open. We're open. We're open. Got anything to say? Last notes?
Go.
Okay.
Go find out what's wrong with your boy.
Anyway, so no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter how you grow, baby, there's always room for you right here on the couch. Something's wrong with you.